And joining us now is Michael. He's the newly appointed Executive Director of the Clergy Trust here in the Archdiocese of Boston, and he joins us via Skype from Regina Cleri to talk about his new role. Michael, thanks for being with us. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Bishop Reed.
Hi, Michael.
Well, that was a great video. You've worked in the corporate world as well as other nonprofits. What attracted you to the assignment at the Clergy Trust? It's an important assignment.
Sure. No, thank you. So first off, my entire professional career was at State Street Corporation. Held many different positions there at State Street, worked in the mutual funds business, in human resources, corporate citizenship, overseeing the State Street Foundation. As I transitioned on from State Street and having worked with many different nonprofits and charitable-based organizations, my goal was to work for and join a mission-based organization with a strong purpose. So I learned about the opportunity working for or as executive director for the Clergy Trust, and it really appealed to me for several reasons. First off, it provided a great opportunity to bring my professional experience to a role supporting our priests. And then secondly, I believed in the mission of the Clergy Trust, recognizing that stronger priests really translates into stronger communities. So I think, for me, it was a combination of my professional experience along with my strong Catholic faith that I saw this as an ideal fit in joining the Clergy Trust.
Well, we're grateful, Michael, on behalf of my brother priests for the work that you do. Today, of course, is the Feast of St. Joseph, the patron of the Universal Church, who cared, he did for the child Jesus. And in a very real way, your work is to care for the priests who care for the church, more than 500 active and senior diocesan priests. Tell us a bit about your work and some of the new challenges that you found as you begin as executive director.
Sure. Really, I think in thinking about my role really ensures or focuses on three primary responsibilities. Number one is ensuring the quality of care for all the clergy across the Archdiocese. That's first and foremost. The second, I would say, financial stewardship and making sure that the resources and the financial support is there for our clergy for the future, and making sure that the Clergy Trust is financially stable and viable for future generations. So I'm really fortunate to lead a very committed team of professionals that oversee and manage the health and welfare and the retirement needs of our active and senior priests across the Archdiocese. So there's three primary programs that the team oversees. First is managing Regina Cleri. I'm at Regina Cleri here this morning, as Jay had mentioned. It's in Boston's West End. It provides exceptional care for up to 64 senior and disabled priests, along with 2 dedicated clinical care rooms for respite care. So really a quality facility that provides exceptional care. The second is the intentional living program. And this really includes several preventative health and wellness programs that are offered to priests across the Archdiocese, active and senior. And the programs are really based on the theory that the good health and wellness of our priests is really essential so that they can continue to care for others. And so there's several focuses of the program, but really it zeroes in on essential programs to support good health, sleep, nutrition, exercise. We utilize tools like Fitbits to track exercise and movement. We have a relatively new app that we're using called Livongo, which is really helping to aid in diabetes and hypertension management and prevention. And so these wellness programs, including seminars and virtual events, really are all aimed at priests monitoring their own health and wellness. And the team that provides this attention to the priest is terrific. It's the care team is made up of several individuals, but it's really a group of dedicated professionals that include Steve Gust, who's the executive director of Regina Cleri, Lorraine Kohler, who's the head nursing manager here at Regina Cleri, Kate Marshall, who's our wellness coordinator, and Amy Nash, who's our senior care manager. This team works together to really ensure that we're engaging priests in healthy habits, making sure the clergy is taking advantage of all of these programs, and really sharing ideas and best practices. And ultimately, it's advocating for good, healthy habits for our clergy across the Archdiocese.
Michael, before we let you go, first of all, I want to acknowledge the fact that both you and Kevin Nelson, who's over on the news desk, both of you found your origins at the very center of Roman Catholicism, St. Teresa's Parish in West Roxbury. I want to make sure everybody knows that, including a certain former pastor of that parish, Monsignor Helmick. However, this Sunday, Easter Sunday, 2 weeks from Sunday, is a very important day for the Clergy Trust in the Archdiocese, is it not?
It sure is. Really, if we think about the challenges that we face right now, being in the middle of the pandemic, is making sure that we're there for our priests as they've been there for us in so many different ways over the challenges of the last year. So our financial strength really relies on 3 collections over the course of the year: Christmas, Easter, and then a second collection that takes place in September. Obviously, the pandemic has placed significant financial burden on all of us, and the many parishioners not attending Mass on Sundays, for example. Those numbers are down significantly. So, as we think about how do we manage through, we're really hoping to promote this Easter collection in a special way, and how do we reach parishioners that may not be in the pews, but we need to reach them digitally or in other ways so they can provide the support for the priests that have been there for us.
Well, Michael, it's I got to tell you, these guys work so hard, and they deserve our help in these times. Where can people learn more about the Clergy Trust and support the work that it does?
Sure. The best way is visit clergytrust.org. It's our website. It provides a great resource to learn about the programs. You'll see stories as well as the video that you just watched. You'll also have the opportunity to submit personal prayer intentions on that website. So I think during the season of Lent in particular, I think it's a good time to reflect on all that our priests have done to support us throughout the year. And so as Bishop Reed said, as we move towards Easter, you'll be hearing more about the Clergy Trust at Masses between now and Easter. And then finally, I think very importantly, in September, we celebrate all of our priests, the Celebration of Priesthood, which is our annual event. Last year, it was virtual for the first time. It was successful in reaching over 5,000 viewers and importantly raised $1.5 million in support. We're looking to do that again this year. It will be virtual again this year, and that's another way that you can learn more and provide support to our clergy across the Archdiocese.
Michael, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you say hello to all our friends at Regina Cleri. We're big fans of all those guys. They're always great to us. And stay safe.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Michael. God bless.